Great day. Looking forward to a great weekend. Had some DR action today. So thankfully, yesterday was a little boring if you didn't do ICT, but today we actually had some DR action. The first half of the day was really sloppy, and so we'll talk about it. And we had that big run on the second half of the day, and so I will tell you, one of the things that got me today was that first half of the day. Kind of just made me just kind of melancholy about the market, and I wasn't really that interested. I did get some points this afternoon, but let's talk about how it played out and really more the psyche than anything else. So, as always, we start with our range. We had about a 24, 25 point range today, um, and we quickly confirmed high right after 10:30, and what we're looking for next, of course, is retrace. So candle comes down, retraces below the DR high, and so I put my order on DR high. The expectation is that it's going to start moving up. Worst case, it'll come down below IDR and then move up, right? So because those were like a 1 point away from each other, so not a big deal. So I got in, price went up, and it came back down right onto that IDR. That high line, and starts going back up again. So I said, okay, good. I'm in good shape. It's going to start making the move. And then, then this candle happens. It comes down. Now I got a 5 point stop loss, right? So I got in at 41.36 ish. This is 41.31 down here. So almost got stopped out. Um, Price goes up, comes back down again. At this point, I'm just getting frustrated because it's been about 30 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, this is not working the way I want it to work. So when these two candles happened, this next candle came up, and I said, okay, let me just get myself out of here. So I just took my little 2 points right here, and was like, okay, I'll just wait and see what happens. So again, now I'm kind of frustrated because I'm like, yeah, that was a waste of time, and I'm trying to do other things while I'm doing this. I was a little bit distracted, so didn't take any of this stuff here, and then went to lunch and was watching the market. I thought about taking this one. I was like, no, after 12, because normally 12 o'clock we run up pretty quickly, but didn't take that one. Didn't feel right. And then part of that was because it really was no, like, it didn't make a low or didn't do anything here that was too exciting. We had like a relatively equal low here that didn't take that out, so I was like, nah, I'm just gonna wait. I also had another one here. It didn't take that one out, but it was, this one was still there. So the other part of this, I came back, so it didn't take any of those. And then about halfway through lunch, I saw this movement happen, and then this long wick appeared. Okay, and if you notice, what that wick did was it actually went over to this fair value gap. I'm not worried about the colors, just going to show it to you. All right, so that wick went into the fair value gap, again using ICT for some confluence. And I said, well, okay, so I'm just going to see what it does. And so I put so I watched it kind of go up. And again, I'm following my DR rules. I put my order right here on IDR high. Okay, so at 41.35. And then I could have put it down here, as you can see. I mean, this was a really nice usage of the fair value gap, that was about almost 10 points by itself. But again, following my rules, I put my order here, which again is actually in the middle of another fair value gap, but it never came back down and tested that gap. So I put my order at the IDR high, and then went up 5 points, and then saw we had a lot of traction. So I moved my order, my take profit for 10 points, and moved my stop up to 5 points once it got past that 5 points. That way I'm locked in at 5. And so when it came up here and it started, it retraced a little bit. Next candle came down, then it went up, and so now I'm at 10 points. So I'm at 41.35. I'm looking for 41.45, right? That's my 10 points, and I'm expecting I'm going to go up a little bit more. So I didn't close it out here. I moved it up, actually up to 15 points. Okay, but I moved my stop up to 10 points. So now I'm locked in for 10 points at 41.45. And so when this happened, it went up, it came back down, and actually stopped me out right here, right before that next leg of the run. This was about a 30-point. If you look at this, about a 30-point run here for the day. So I got 10 points off of that. Wasn't too upset about it. Like I said, I wasn't really focused on it today as much. Didn't do a whole lot of chatting in my groups, and was actually went to work and then had some other things to do. So took the 10 here, took my 2 here. So not a bad day. Could have been a whole lot better if I just let this run. But it is what it is, and don't want to be greedy about it. So 10 points on a good Friday like this is nothing to sneeze at. So, but that's kind of that was the story. Again, this was a mess. Kind of really just made me didn't want to do anything right here. And then when this happened, that's what kind of triggered me to say, let me pay attention again and see what happens, and then jumping in here and then riding it up. So that's the story. Hope everybody had a great day, and looking forward to a great weekend. We'll start looking again and see what happens on the Asian session on Sunday night. All right, but you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you.